Well, this is something. The Cleveland Browns just signed Isaiah Bond to a contract. Now, if you don't know who Isaiah Bond is, I don't really blame you. He was a highly touted wide receiver prospect out of Texas this last upcoming draft. But then he got arrested. He got arrested for sexual assault allegations. Now, based on what I understand, this went to grand jury. They were bullcrap. They were all bullcrap. There was no evidence that he did anything. So, I could make the joke, right? Because the joke is there, that, of course, the Cleveland Brownies would, go ahead and sign someone who was accused of sexual assault, right? That's just typical Cleveland Brownies. But it's the same thing with Matt Ariza. When is enough, man? When is enough? You should not be able to just accuse someone of this. He goes from potentially a second-round pick, making potentially, $6-7 million, generational wealth, completely changes around his life, be able to, support him and his family for generations. Obviously, $6-7 million, not generations, but you're going to put yourself in the best spot possible moving forward. Then you get allegations. You get someone who claims you sexually assaulted them, and you didn't. You didn't at all. And now he goes to an undrafted player making league minimum, signing with the Cleveland Brownies. Just, when is enough on this crap, man? This needs to stop. It really needs to stop. It is disgusting that this is another player's whose career potentially is going to go down the drain because of that. Anyway, like I said before, he was found with the grand jury that he did not do it. There was no evidence. Not even like, oh, well, maybe. No, there wasn't even evidence. This was just an allegation that was put out there. Which, again, just goes from a second-round pick to this. So now he's on the Cleveland Brownies. Hey, shout out to the mans for that. Definitely not the spot you probably would want to go if you had to go to somewhere. But yeah, it's first and foremost, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the Cleveland Browns for believing in me and allowing me the opportunity to continue my career in the NFL. Football has been passion since I was 6 years old, and playing at a level is a blessing I will never take for granted. I understand that playing in the NFL is a privilege, and I'm thankful every day to love my childhood dream. It's just, I don't know. It's just one of those things, man, where it's like, this is just, and I don't care if he's signing the Brownies, shout out to the Brownies, but it's just, this is a guy that, NFL career just gets absolutely crapped on. His NFL comparison is Jalen Waddle. So if you want like a comparison on how good this guy, okay, what is going on here? This guy might be, his NFL comparison is Jalen Waddle. Like, he's a good receiver. The Brownies just got themselves a really good receiver from Texas. A potential second-round pick. Yeah, that's just, yeah. I'm sad for him. I really am. I'm pulling for him. I hope, situations find themselves where he's very successful. It's the same thing as Matt Ariza for the Bills. Well, actually, the Bills punter who ended up not going to the Bills. He went to the Chiefs. I think, is he still in the Chiefs, I believe? Probably. It's a sad situation. It's a sad situation that doesn't need to be a thing. And it is a thing because someone made false allegations. And, hey, I mean, I don't really, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't blame teams for not wanting to touch this with a 10-foot pole, because this is always, whenever there's allegations of anything close to this is the PR nightmare. And also, as a team, you shouldn't be signing players that do this. Again, it's very ironic that the Cleveland Brownies signed Deshaun Watson after allegations of him essaying 23 women. And also, they signed Kareem Hunt after there was a video of him kicking and hitting a woman on the ground. Now, based on what I understand with that situation, I think she said something to him that caused him to go crazy. I don't know. At the end of the day, like, there's obviously more information to go through, but this is an organization that does sign players like this. This is not a situation where, again, the Browns are going to get, oh, well, of course you signed an SA guy. No. I mean, at the end of the day, this is just a disgusting act that was alleged from him, and he was found not guilty. So, yeah, just like I said, when is enough enough? That's really my question at the end of the day here. When is enough enough? When are we gonna just say that this is not right? I mean, and I know at the end of the day, it's like, believe the victim, and I always believe the victim. And I know it's hard for people who are in situations like this, like actually like this, by the way, not bull crap, to come forward and say their piece. Because listen, at the end of the day, everyone's going to assume situations like this is what's happening. This is what makes it harder for people to come forward, because of bullcrap where someone lies. And one person lying is going to take away a lot of people who go through this crap. So it's just... And again, there's that claim like we should thought, maybe there should be charges against the accuser. If you accuse someone of something and you can't prove it, or it's just bullcrap, then you should be charged for it. But then that's a slippery slope, because what if there is actually something that happened, but you can't prove it? What if there isn't evidence, but it is actually something that happened? Like, it's a slippery slope. It really is. But I'm happy that he's in a better spot, and I hope everything works out for him. And we're going to be playing in week 1, baby. So, listen, Bond, if you want to have a bad week 1 game, I understand. All right? I understand, man. I understand. No, he's gonna be ferocious against us week 1, especially our secondary being a little bit weaker. He's going to be ferocious versus us, because he's going to want to prove to everyone how good he is. Again, this was a second-round pick receiver. This guy was highly doubted. He is 5'11", 180 pounds. He left college his junior year. Like, oh, man. Come on. Why do we got to do this, man? Why do we got to be the first victim of this? The first victim of this man destroying us. Because he's going to try to prove it, stick it to the NFL. Or, I guess, stick it to everything that he is that good. Hey, man. Shout out to him.